Allah and Ashe. Welcome back to a Mystic Monday. The Mystic Monday for the last week of Leo season, some lunar guidance, your natal moon sign, elemental insights, and of course, mystic messages for each weekly day this week. I am your host, and of course, welcome. Welcome to your weekly insights. We are in the final chapter of Leo season, where the sun's fiery roar is moving into some reflection. Tiger here joined the stage, caught me off guard there. But this is inviting us to harvest courage, creativity, heart-centered magic. And this week is really about wrapping up bold self-expression before we move into Virgo's refining energy. So stay with me as we explore the elemental currents, the flow of your natal moon sign, along with some cosmic rhythms that are shaping up this week. And for those of you that are ready to dive in deeper, I'm always here with private cowrie shell divinations, along with our monthly workshop coven, to really help you map out those personalized rituals and navigate life's challenges, those energetic hiccups, and really upcycle your personal algorithm for both growth and alignment. But let's step into this week with some clarity, some courage, and some cosmic intentions. So reflectors guidance this week, we kind of have a topsy-turvette, but the moon entered Gemini yesterday, and I love this image. We're riding these golden winds of Leo season into the realms of curiosity, cleverness, with the moon in Gemini. This is where emotional energy is dancing like fireflies through the mind and the moment. So if your natal moon is in Gemini during Leo season, you're being sparked by story and lit by your thoughts. So as the moon flows through Gemini and the sun is blazing in Leo, you're being gifted a cosmic cocktail of fire and air, expressive, witty, and of course, wildly alive. Leo as an energy wants to be seen. The sun shines upon everything. And Gemini wants to be heard. So together they create this magnetic conversation, storytelling, mental fireworks. So you may feel a little bit more talkative, buzzing with ideas, ready to share what's on your heart. Maybe there's some emotional scatteredness, like too many tabs are open in your brain, your mental brain browser. I know my browser is always full. But maybe there's this energy of being inspired, inspirited to write, teach, post, even perform. Maybe there's some craving, you're craving stimulating interactions, not just surface talk, but really soul-teamed sparkle. So if your natal moon is in Gemini, this really is your quicksilver check-in. Leo is turning up the volume on your voice. So you may feel literally just lit up by big visions, new connections, poetic downloads, more emotionally expressive, but also more mentally restless. There could be a need to talk through your feelings, to understand them, like your inner twin really wants to come out and play. Leo season is your creative muse. Gemini moon gives it language. How to work with this energy if your natal moon is in Gemini? Write it out. Journal, post, voice memo, automatic writing. Just let it move. Gemini moons need to express and to express the process. Host a fire chat, do a fire ritual, invite friends for a curious convo or create a mini salon visit, if you will. Share your weird ideas, your heart's thoughts, your what ifs, and create a vision poem or a spell, combining Gemini's wordplay with Leo's flair, and really declare your dreams and metaphors, but also majesty, the majestic energy of Leo. And switch it up. Take a new route, try a new class, speak to someone unexpected, even uninvited. So Gemini moons, they really thrive on novelty. And an affirmation to go with your natal moon, if it's in Gemini, this is for you. My thoughts are radiant sparks of creation. I speak my truth with confidence, and I let curiosity guide me to joy. And then I just want to say this moon invites you to play in the field of wonder, to let your words carry stardust, and really to remember heartfelt that your voice is a portal. And then as we close the season to Leo, sort of, I shall say, we return to the moon in Cancer. It's a return. So this is the very sign Leo actually rose from. So this lunar homecoming isn't just a mood swing, it's a soulful finale to season, or in a season that's been bold, bright, and of course, heart led. Leo is the heart. So let's dive into it. So if your natal moon is in Cancer during Leo season, this is kind of part two. It's a bookend. This is where the heart remembers. And Leo season may be ending, but not before, like this final soft spotlight is cast inward. The moon in Cancer, in its home sign, in her home sign, it turns our intention or our attention back to what nourishes, nurtures, and feels like home. So after dancing in the limelight for the entire season, this moon brings a moment of emotional integration, which we always need to integrate, even in ritual. So we're being invited to close the chapter with presence, grace, and maybe a few heartfelt tears. So you may feel a little bit more sentimental, reflective, or craving cozy solitude. Solicit your own inner solitude, or even pull towards family, memories, your safe people, a safe nectar. In need of a good cry, a long bath, a home cooked meal, deeply intuitive, of course, and sensing the shift into Virgo season as it's approaching. So for natal Cancer moons during Leo season, this is your second lunar spotlight, and this one hits deep. With Leo's flame fading, the moon returning to your sign, this is a powerful reset point for you. So you may feel, as we close this door, a little more heightened emotional clarity, tuning in your intuition, like you're ready to name what your heart really wants. There could be a wave of nostalgia mixed with some readiness, just having the courage to release those old stories, even those old patterns. More intuitive than usual, especially in your dreams or when you're near water. Water is a conduit. You could be called to protect your energy, honoring your boundaries with love and sacred space. To really work with this moon's energy, create a moon bowl ritual. Water, right? Write what you're releasing from Leo season and what you want to carry into Virgo. Add salt, water, herbs, and really allow it and let it hold your emotions. Visit or recreate your emotional safe haven, whether it's your grandmother's recipe, a playlist, a quiet corner. Just find your heart's sanctuary and return to that sacred space. Honoring the sacred feminine, the divine, Cancer and the moon are whispering this ancient wisdom for you to listen to your body, your dreams, your tides. This is really preparing your heart for Virgo's grounding. So this is the exhale before the recalibration. So let yourself soften, you crab. Just kidding. And of course, an affirmation if you have a natal moon in Cancer. This has been updated a little bit, but I honor my emotional truth. I embrace my inner tides and trust the wisdom of my heart's rhythm. And then I just want to say that this lunar return is a cosmic exhale. It's an invitation to really integrate the fiery lessons of Leo into your emotional core before we anchor into Virgo's sacred earth. Now, Leo season ends with the moon in Leo. Not a new moon. It's kind of at the edge degree, if you will. But the sun at 29 and the moon in Leo, it's not a new moon. It's just this fiery, emotional kind of crescendo that's happening for us. So while we don't get this new moon in Leo, but we do get something incredibly potent. This is like a near conjunction between the sun and the moon, the final degrees of Leo just before the sun steps into Virgo. It's not a reset. It's a radiant release. It's an emotional culmination of everything Leo season has stirred this pot on and sparked and summoned in our heart's desires. So what does that even mean? The moon ending in Leo and also beginning Virgo season brings this fiery, expressive, emotional kind of state where we could have some bold self-realizations about the self, love, creativity, inner truth, all things Leo, a desire to shine, just one last heart roar before the sun moves into Virgo's temple. So the sun, 29, this is kind of the degree of fate. It's a threshold moment. It's dramatic. It's decisive, urgent. It's the final exam of the Leo kind of archetype and energy. So you want to ask yourself, have you honored your heart? And just ask, just asking yourself to claim your radiance, creativity, courage, all themes Leo, before we cross the seasonal veil. So why no new moon, I should say? Because the new moon has already happened earlier in the season, July 24th, 2 degrees, the moon's energy there. So the final moon in Leo is not for planting seeds, it's for harvesting those golden fruits of everything we've already embodied since that magic moment, coming full circle. So some energy, some cosmic insight, because this is kind of the Leo afterglow portal. It's a cosmic curtain call, not a new beginning, but a deep bow. It's this heart forward, soul lit, kind of a final wave goodbye to the solar flares and fires as we prepare to enter Virgo's sacred refinement. So you may feel this bittersweet pride, if you will, like you've become more of yourself. There could be a surge of this last minute bravery, emotional clarity around your creative identity, visibility, passions. There could be a readiness to take what's been heart-born and bring it into structure and into form. Can you say hello, Virgo? It's kind of at that season. So for Leo moon natives especially, this is a high octane alignment, nearly a lunar return, a solar culmination. So really take a moment to reflect on how you've shown up authentically this season and feel the pulse of your soul's joy and express something, whether it's dancing, writing, creating, speaking, invoking, and of course, say thank you to your own heart. And as a closing reflection, this is not like a soft fade. This is a fiery final act where the moon is whispering, like feeling everything. That is the moon. And the sun is saying, carry it with honor into the harvest. So Leo season ends not with silence, but with a roaring kind of echo that follows us into Virgo's sacred fields. So as we close Leo season with the moon at the end degrees and the sun at 29 before we open up the door to Virgo, we're standing at the threshold of transformation. We're still vibrating from the cosmic tones, even of the Lionsgate portal, the frequency of it. So this is the aftershock of this roar, where the heart speaks in its native tongue of fire, and the crown center is really remembering its origin story. You are not the same as you were at the start of this season. None of us are. We're being anointed by light colds, baptized in bravery, called forward by our soul's royalty. So just allow the final days of Leo, the season of Leo, to be your ceremony of completion, a coronation, a celebration, a cosmic kind of creative exhale before Virgo asks us to ground our magic into matter, bringing it to matter, energy to matter. A short break, and when we return, we'll be off to the elementals for the moment the sun ingressed into Virgo. That was last Friday, if you want to tune into that. For now, this is for the new moon in Virgo. So we'll time into that when I return.
The call to wisdom. Are you standing at a crossroads, seeking clarity amidst life's uncertainties? Do you yearn for a deeper understanding of your purpose, your challenges, and the unseen forces at play in your life? For generations, the Dagara people of West Africa have turned to their shells for profound wisdom and guidance. These ancient tools, imbued with the spirit of the ancestors, offer a unique pathway to self-discovery and destiny. As a certified cowrie shell diviner trained in the sacred Dagara tradition by the revered Elder Malidoma Patrice Somé, I am honored to be a bridge between your world and this ancient wisdom. Through a personalized cowrie shell divination, we can uncover hidden truths, identify blockages, and illuminate the path forward. Whether you seek guidance on relationships, career, health, or your spiritual journey, the cowries hold the answers you seek. It's time to step into your power, to embrace the wisdom that awaits you. Visit tanyad.tv to book your transformative cowrie shell.
Welcome back. So this is for the new moon in Virgo, the 4 pillars. Of course, we've got the yin wood snake year, steady spiritual transformation, subtle power, karmic refinement. The month pillar, yang wood monkey, clever strategy, quick shifts, adaptability and community, those kinds of dynamics. But our day pillar is yin water pig. This is the depth of intuition, compassion, hidden wells of wisdom, release plus renewal. And then the hour doesn't stop there. A yang wood rat hour. Rats are strategic. We've got some strategic timing, sharp insight, clever beginnings, water-fed wood for growth. So the breakdown of this energy for the new moon, it always goes back to the core energy, which is the day master, the yin water pig. This is sitting in harmony with the rat's hour. These are water allies, making our intuition, emotional insight, spiritual sensitivity very, very, very strong. We got a lot of water here. And then we've got wood plus wood on this axis between the month plus the hour, being both wood, a lot of yang wood, and we've got yin wood too. But both being wood, the monkey and the rat are feeding the strategy and this renewal. So this creates a forest of possibilities, a fertile ground for new beginnings. And the year, the snake and the pig day. This is kind of a classic clash, if you will, a classic clash of fire versus water. But here it's softened by the rat and the pig alliance with wood, bridging, creating this tension that really bursts transformation. So think the cauldron that cooks alchemy. And with the Virgo sun and moon kind of overlaying all of this, there's some earthy refinement blends with this water wood synergy. So the Leo fire just behind us gets tempered into this grounded practical magic. So this new moon, the chart is a water wood symphony. It's framed by the snake's fire and Virgo's earth. It's a dance of intuition and innovation, deep wells of emotional knowing coming from the pig plus the rat, feeding a forest of ideas, which is the wood, the monkey, and the wood rat. While the snake burns away those illusions and Virgo kind of chisels those details, this is a seed planting new moon that is asking, what sacred strategies do you want to grow that are rooted in truth, yet flexible enough to flow with the unknown? So for a ritual, I just want to say, and more, join the online coven. We'll dive deeper there. So we're going to have another short break, and when we finish the season of Leo, the end week of the Light Seers, messages when I return. Are you ready to tap into the cosmic currents and amplify your manifesting power? Join our monthly coven, a sacred space to elevate your desires through the wisdom of the stars. We've journeyed through the age of AI, balancing intuition and technology. We've unlocked the magnetic pole of your natal moon sign. And now, delve into mind plus emotions for manifesting mastery, harnessing the power of your natal Mercury. Each month brings a new celestial focus, a new pathway to your dreams. visit tanyad.tv workshops to learn more and join the monthly coven. Your manifesting journey awaits. And we are back. Tiger moved my cards. Tiger's my cat. But to kick off the final chapter of Leo season, this weekly weaving plus closing blessing, just kind of folding our doors to the light seers, giving us a ritual to even anchor into this energy, into the coven there. But today's Mystic Monday, Moon's Day, the poll is the Page of Pentacles. There we go. She's glorying it up. The Page of Pentacles, just twist you right there. But this is from the Light Seers Tarot on this Mystic Monday's Moon's Day. But the Page of Pentacles, so this is the seed. It's the seed planter of the tarot, if you will. So today is opening up the week with the spirit of fresh beginnings, new opportunities, grounded manifestations. And the page is whispering. We've got the mandala and we're sitting in sacred space. So it's like dream it, study it, and even tend to it. So it's the fertile soil moment for us. This is ideas sprouting when paired with patience along with consistent tending, because it's Monday's Moon's Day, the moon in Gemini. So we've got this emotional undercurrent. It's about aligning our feelings with our goals. So don't just plant seeds in your mind, really water them with your heart. So we're kind of closing Leo's season with an earthy grounding message. It's a reminder that even amidst the roar of courage, I coined that kind of for the whole month of Leo, part of it anyway, along with the dramatic flair of Leo season, that true magic sticks when we put it into practice. So the page is kind of speaking or saying, yes, let's leap into possibility, but also let's anchor it with a plan. So I really like this. So the week beginning with the Page of Pentacles, this gentle yet determined seed planter. So this energy is kind of inviting us to set new intentions, study the soil of our dreams, and ground Leo season's fiery inspirations into something more practical. So Monday is just whispering, plant your seed, feeling, like add the emotion to it and let it take root in that fertile soil. Then on terrific Tuesday, Mars Day, we've got the Ace of Swords. I really love this. Look at that. It's like the focus is going inward into our mind's eye here. But the Ace of Swords, on Mars Day, the flame is igniting like with clarity even. So if the page plants the seed, the ace is the blade cutting through the confusion, offering sharp insights, mental breakthroughs, divine downloads. So Tuesday is saying, like tomorrow is Tuesday. So here is your kind of vision. It's crystal clear. Don't be afraid to kind of will towards it, if you will, like moving towards it. Hold it tightly because Mars rules action and drive. So this is a message reminding us to act on the inspiration and not let it remain just an idea. It's also a pre-new moon glow to focus, just slicing open new pathways, illuminating truths that may have been a little obscured before. So with this Leo season current together, the Ace of Swords, it's like this powerhouse combo. The page equals the dream in the soil, and the ace is the flash of lightning that cracks it open. So Leo season is really roaring with this courage rising, and this combination reminds us that while passion fuels us, discernment and clarity sharpen the blade and the path. So Mystic Monday, Page of Pentacles, that's how we began the week, with fresh soil, new seeds. The Page of Pentacles is inviting us to really step into the subtle energy, be curious. It's grounded and just ready to learn. So it was about, today's about planting intentions with both hands in the dirt of possibilities. Really just reminding us that those small beginnings grow mightily under the energy of the Leo sun. And terrific Tuesday, the Ace of Swords. This is Mars. It's the Mars fire cutting through the haze. And the Ace of Swords is dropping in like lightning striking, illuminating truth, focus, fresh insights. There could be a call to clear the mental clutter and act with sharp intention. So it was the universe saying, like, stop doubting. The vision is already there. It's crystal clear. And then on Wizardry Wednesday, this is like Mercury's midweek dance coming in, bringing us the Two of Pentacles doing her dance. This is the balancing act, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, like moving forward. So this is a reminder that growth and clarity also demand harmony between duality, between work and rest, giving and receiving, mind and body. So with Mercury, the influence of Mercury here, and the moon shifting into those airy rhythms, we're kind of being asked to stay adaptable and to really juggle chance with grace and to let movement itself become the medicine. So it's a whispering act. It's saying, it's speaking that life is a rhythm, not a rigid plan, and it's time to just flow with it, the air of change. So together, all of this, the first of the week feels like this journey of planting, illuminating, balancing with the Page of Actions, or the Page of Pentacles, actions. What am I saying? The Page of Pentacles is setting the seed or planting the seed. And the Ace of Swords, that's the claiming it with clarity, being clear and focused. And the Two of Pentacles, that's the dance. It's a balancing dance. So Leo season, as we're closing up, it's reminding us that courage doesn't mean rigidity. It means staying open-hearted, adaptable, while walking with the boldness. And then on Tantalizing Thursday, we've got the Ten of Wands on Jupiter's day, this expressive day. The Ten of Wands looks like he's heading towards the castle. So I like that as well. But the Ten of Wands is showing us the weight that we've been carried or carrying. So this isn't like just busy work. It's the energetic backpack of responsibilities, dreams, duties we've stacked upon ourselves under Jupiter's gaze. So it's being magnified. So we kind of want to ask ourselves, are we carrying our vision with purpose, or are we hauling baggage out of habit? So the message here is release what does not belong to you and redistribute the load. Trust that we don't need to do it all alone. The Ten of Wands, that's like the summit. The summit is near, but only if we lighten up our grip. Being paired with the earlier messages and those cards, the Page of Pentacles, this is us planting the seed. The Ace of Swords, that is us, bringing clarity. It's brought us clarity. And the Two of Pentacles, that's the balanced dance. So the Ten of Wands, that's like sacred space of creating love and trusting. It's like, can we carry this vision forward without burning out? So this kind of feels like a plot twist, a pivoting point in the middle of our week. The fire of Leo season is teaching us that true strength is knowing when to set down what no longer fuels us, the energy. And our final message for this week, ooh, look at that. Judgment, number 20. And look at it. It's like the subtle body coming out of the body. Fantastic Friday, Venus's day. So Venus plus Judgment. So Friday being ruled by Venus, the planet of love, the Venetian workshop, beauty, harmony, attraction, desire. So the Judgment a card arrives on that day, Venus's day. This is like the cosmic amplifier of heart-centered awakening. Even with the moon in Leo, we can't really make the shift up. So Venus is asking, what do you love enough? What do you love enough to literally rise for? So judgment is the soul's call. The trumpet is blasting. And that's what's awakening us to our highest path, is the blast of the trumpet happening on Venus's day. So the call is tuned through this frequency of love, vibration, relationships, self-worth, creative beauty. So the themes of judgment on a Venetian day. This is about awakening in love, love of ourself, clarity about relationships, like who lifts your spirit, who drains it. How do you want to show up in love? Hopefully with yourself. There could be some self-value kind of upgrade, the end of smallness or feeling small. There could be a recognition, especially with Leo, a recognition that our worth is non-negotiable, that we're ready to step into alignment with those who see and honor our light. There's this sense of a creative rebirthing, a surge of inspiration to create from a place of authenticity, not so much from performance. So Venus plus judgment is kind of a reminder for us all that our art is a sacred offering, no matter what it is. There's this spiritual partnership, the subtle body. This is kind of actually feeling like a Virgo card, just saying. That's kind of what I'm sensing. But it may actually signal some soul contracts that are being completed. New ones are activated. Karmic love stories that actually elevate. They don't entangle. They're not entangled. So the mystic messages on this Venetian day, I just sense that judgment is calling us to rise beyond the weight of old love stories and limiting narratives of our worth. So this is like our heart. Our heart becomes the compass, tuned to truth, beauty, and the higher harmonics or harmony. And just stepping boldly into your own love story, the one your soul came here to actually live with yourself, with others, and with the divine. I think this is a magical finale for the Leo season. And as a mystic message wrap up, it's like the final light of Leo season with the Page of Pentacles. You know, that's Monday, planted those fresh seeds of curiosity, grounded growth. Maybe it's just opening us up to the new moon as well. The Ace of Swords, Tuesday, slicing through the fog, just granting some sharp clarity and some direction. The Two of Pentacles, Ace 2, right? Ace to the 2. The Two of Pentacles on Wednesday. This is like balancing the dance of responsibilities and choices. The 10 of Wands, trusting and loving. Thursday, this is asking us to put down what we no longer need to carry, the burdens, like let them go. They're not ours. And then we finish on Fantastic Friday with judgment, like this cosmic trumpet just calling us into our next evolution. So this entire week is about starting small, finding clarity, balancing our priorities, releasing burdens, and finally stepping into our awakening. So with judgment closing the week as the sun enters Virgo, it's not just the end of Leo's fiery reign, it's actually the rebirth of self through accountability and higher calling. So as a Leo season, kind of a closing blessing, you know, courage has already risen, lessons have burned, and the fire of Leo is illuminating the truth of who we are. So as this doorway closes or the gates close at the lion season, the gate of the lion season, Leo, we're kind of carrying forward not just the weight of the old stories, loving and trusting ourselves, but also the golden clarity of our soul's calling. So hopefully, I just want to say, hopefully, or maybe, may the shift into Virgo ground us into our own sacred service, aligning our daily rhythms with the higher spirit or the higher song of our spirit here, escalating, like radiating down. And also maybe we can release, rebirth, and really rise into the precision, Virgo, of our purpose. I didn't do an affirmation this week as I have so many. I would say choose the moon forecast of your natal moon. And I'll see you on Fantastic Friday or online in the coven. That's where the rituals will be. Using moon meditation will be out soon. So will the Virgo Sacred Spirit Circle. So with that, I say ashe, blessings, and I'll see you on the other side.